All right, so Rio, man, welcome to the show.
How you guys doing? I appreciate you having me on.
Dude, we're doing fantastic,
yeah, it's
man.
our privilege to have you on.
Yeah.
Man. This is great.
Yeah, you're a good dude, man. And, we kind of discovered you and you were discovering us. And, dude, it's all good, man. Everything is, it gives me goosebumps, man. I got a little goosebumps here. Yeah, so.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's not because of what I'm doing just under the camera line?
No.
Oh,
It has nothing to do with that. So.
That's good.
So Rio, we're gonna get right into it, man. You have become, you're like on the come up big time. Like, I know you've been at it for a while. You've had other things going on. You had a music career, and then suddenly, somewhere along the way, you started streaming video games. Tell us about it.
Okay, so initially, how it started was while I was doing music, I've always been a gamer my entire life. So over the years, once YouTube started becoming more prominent and I started noticing these creators create their content, I always thought I could more than likely do that myself if I tried. I just never tried. And again, I was working on my music and trying to build up my music career. Well, around, I want to say like it was 2020. It might have been before COVID, but I noticed a couple artists that are well known. They started doing gaming content. So one of them was streaming like a GTA server. Okay. And another one, which was T-Pain, was streaming all kinds of gaming content.
Dude,
and
I had no idea
guys,
T-Pain the rapper does gaming streaming?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. So
okay.
T-Pain was actually the one that made me just decide I'm gonna go ahead and get started in this. So the other one that was T Grizzly, he had said how him and his friends that he grew up with, they all do the streaming thing and they all get paid very well off of it now with this server. And I was like, well, that might be something I might need to consider. But I wasn't really about to go full-fledged at the time. And then like a couple months down the line, that's when I saw T-Pain in an interview talking about how he had made more money streaming gaming than he had made in his entire career as a musician.
What?
And I was
That's impossible.
Yeah, it doesn't even seem like it's feasible.
And he's disappeared, hasn't he? He doesn't.
I don't see T-Pain making music and streaming at the same time anymore.
Are you sure he's not like doing feet pics or something?
Hey, look, I wouldn't doubt it. In today's day and age, I wouldn't doubt it.
Right.
But so once I saw that from him, and I was like, you know what, I might need to give this a shot. It's a field for this. Let me go ahead and give this. Give myself this opportunity to start this. So I started a channel and I created my own logo and everything like that. But I didn't really do too much with it at first. I just started out with like tutorials for Madden, how to do certain things, making adjustments, so on and so forth. And it got a few views. I actually just made a video about this not too long ago. It got a few views and I got a few subscribers, but a majority of those subscribers were like my friends and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it can be a little discouraging at first, but if you stick with it, it can grow. Because when I tell you I sat on like 20 something subscribers for a long time and just kept posting tutorials, I ended up, I think it was NBA 2K23. They had dropped a tutorial. That was a tutorial where they showed they were bringing back the Jordan challenges, and they did a whole epic trailer interviewing people that played with Jordan at the time, teammates played against them, and things of that nature. So I just took it, clipped it, broke it up, and reposted it on my channel, thinking nothing of it. Well, it ended up exploding, and I ended up getting a ton of subscribers, and I'm checking my notifications and it's going crazy. And I'm like, where's all of this coming from? But then I go look at the video, and the video starts going from like 5,000 views to like 15,000 views to 30,000. And then now, as it currently stands, that video finished at like 445,000 views.
Dude, so
it ended up.
Go ahead.
What's that?
Oh, finish up.
It ended up landing me like well over like 500 subscribers. And anybody who knows anything about YouTube, is extremely difficult to get people to subscribe to you on YouTube.
Yeah, it's for sure. So that's kind of what I want to ask about next is like from our perspective, it all feels so random. Like what will just hit on the algorithm and for whatever reason it gets put in front of people. Do you have any sense of what it was about that video that got it in front of people?
Jordan.
I think
I mean, it's got to be Jordan.
Think it helps.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think. Well, of course, that definitely helps. But I think it helps that I caught it right when it dropped. That's what I thought in my head.
Right.
I caught it right when it dropped because I'll never forget. I wasn't even at home. I was at work when it dropped, and I just got the notification from 2K that brand new trailer dropped. So I watched it, and immediately I was like, "Oh, let me chop this up, edit it up, and then repost it on mine." And I guess it got circled in there and people thought it was the main trailer and it took off from there.
Right. So when people go onto YouTube and they're searching like NBA 2K trailer,
they found
all of a sudden you're one of the first results.
Yes.
Ah, that's slick.
And I got people that remixed it and everything and made clips from it and everything. So I think that's what ended up happening. They thought they weren't paying attention to the actual account and they thought that that was the actual 2K trailer.
Dude, it reminds me of these two struggling podcasters who got a big interview with this guy named Matt Brown.
Yeah.
And then it got mentioned on this Rio West platform.
Yeah. And suddenly overnight,
it's way more downloads. Now we interview Rio West, we interview Bordeaux.
Yeah. It's weird how these things work, huh?
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Thanks,
awesome.
Rio. Yeah. So
hey, if I can help others out, if I can use my platform to help others out, that's what I'm gonna do. Because I remember when I got started, I didn't really have no help or guidance. I legitimately had to go research and teach myself how to promote and what times to specifically release videos at and so on and so forth like that. So I know not everybody out there has the guidance or anything like that. And if I can help, then that's what I want to do.
That's awesome.
So that kind of leads directly into my next question I wanted to talk to you about. And so I kind of discovered you when you discovered a friend of the show, Jacob Crow, who was making UFL team builder teams. You found him, and I was like, oh, wait, Jacob Crow, that's our Jacob Crow. And it's funny because I was talking to him earlier today about you. And one of the things that I thought was great is that you, which is rare, will give credit to the people where you found something versus acting as if you made it yourself. And that is rare and it's commendable. And so, tell us, how did you come into the Jacob Crow stuff? Like, what were you doing when you just stumbled into these UFL teams?
So it's funny how that happened because actually, before I get on the Jacob Crow part of it, College Football 25, when it came out, I came across UFL content on there. And I was like, oh, this would be good content for the channel because I know there's probably audience out there that would like to be able to download UFL teams.
Yeah.
So I did a video on these UFL teams that I had found in College Football 25. I don't know whether those were his teams or if there were somebody else's. I was literally just searching for each UFL team and I found them and downloaded them. Now, fast forward to last year where I discovered Jacob was in a college football group that I joined just prior to College Football 25 coming out. But I never noticed Jacob's content in there at the time. I forget the name of this one because I'm not even primarily in that group anymore. I'm actually in you guys' group now more than the others.
Right.
So I get more notifications. Right. So I eventually this past year, I started noticing him post. And the main post that caught my eye was the all-time West Virginia team, because I have a friend on Facebook who's a big-time West Virginia fan. And he's always reminiscing and talking about Pat White and Steve Slayton and so on and so forth. So I immediately, I liked it. And then I commented and told him, I said, this is dope. I'm about to send this to my friend. He's a big-time West Virginia fan. And he was like, I greatly appreciate the feedback. So I sent it to him. He was extremely excited. He was ready to go home and get on it as soon as he could. And then I just kept up. I paid attention to every time Jacob posted some team builder content. So I always told myself, when I get a chance and I get the time, I'm actually going to go in there and download his teams and I'm going to make a video off of it and I'm going to post it online and I'm going to forward people to it and I'm going to let him know. So I finally got the opportunity to do that. He didn't know this. I hadn't talked to him or anything. I just commented on that post that first time. And then I did this. And as soon as I did it, I posted the video link in the group and I tagged him. I didn't put I didn't put any kind of context to it. I just tagged Jacob Crow and the link. And when I did that, I kept refreshing to see if he had responded. And he hadn't responded. So I just decided I'm going to check back again later. And when I went to check back again, my post got deleted. And then they asked me to go through some questions again about verifying that I know the rules of the group. I'm like,
oh, that definitely ain't our group.
Look at the video to see that. Yeah, I was like, they didn't even look at the video to see that this was created through college football. I'm not directly promoting UFL. I'm directly promoting the college football game that you can access UFL teams on. So I messaged Jacob to let him know, like, hey, look, I made a video promoting your team builder teams. I tried to tag you in the group, but it got deleted. So then that's when me and Jacob started going back and forth, and he was telling me how much he appreciated it. And I told him that this wasn't going to be the only time I was going to continue to make videos promoting his team builder content and anything that he has going forward. And that's how that jumped off. I started posting and promoting it on Instagram. Then he followed me on Instagram. I followed him. And then we've been going back and forth ever since. Every time like somebody like a former college athlete likes and follows, he'll do the same thing. He'll send me the screenshot of them doing that. And then I'll go look, they'll be done follow me as well. And it's just been a mutual thing going back and forth. And then that's what led me to you guys is Jacob Crow telling me, hey, you should join this EA college football headquarters group. Yeah. It has so-and-so people in there. So I was like, yeah, by all means, I'll go ahead and join it. So that's when I joined it. And then later on down the line, he told me that you guys were interested in getting me on the podcast, and that's what leads us here.
Yeah, so obviously when this interview comes out, we're going to promote the hell out of it on our EA headquarters
I've been
page.
Blowing him up for days
which has like 80,000 people on it or whatever it is. And you know, and we know as creators, it's so hard to get that foothold. And so doing the things like you do and like what we're doing right now, where we help lift each other up, it's kind of reminiscent of what the model was and probably still is in rap music, where you would let other people come on, do tracks on your album, rap with you. It's kind of the same idea here, where we're trying to lift each other up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. And by the way, speaking of rap, in the intro, which you didn't hear, but you'll hear when the episode comes out, we played a section of one of your tracks. It's good, dude. Yeah. It's really good. This particular song that we chose is about you trying to make your way in the streaming world, and that you had to struggle and you had to buy this equipment and figure out how it worked. And dude, it's good music, man. Very well done.
I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate everything that I do, everything that I've done. To be completely honest with you, I've completely taught myself. I've never went to school for anything. That YouTube is a big vessel, and I try to tell people, whether you're getting into it for gaming or anything, you can find a lane on YouTube because there's always going to be somebody out there looking for something to show them how to do something. And I'm the prime example. I do graphics and design. I taught myself how to edit and use Photoshop. I do video editing. I taught myself that through YouTube. Everything the music, the mixing and producing, I do all that. And it's because I watched all these tutorials to help teach myself how to do all of these things. And now I basically work for myself.
That's what I'm talking about. I changed an air filter in my car the other day. It was sick. YouTube. I was like so excited. I didn't have to go to the mechanic for it. I was very happy about that.
Yeah, dude. That's it. But those videos though, like the home improvement videos especially, like the video, the host will spend like the first 4 minutes just glazing themselves about how great they are before they ever get to the repair. So once you get past that, then there's some good content in there.
So Rio. So one of the things that I was watching is like very recently your content surrounding CFB 27. A lot of the stuff you're putting out is like very informational because obviously there's no game yet to play. I mean, we had the beta for a very short period of time, but your informational content is just amazing, just awesome. How much time and research are you putting into it to then churn out your videos? Because you're also extremely prolific. I mean, you're like smashing out videos like as fast as I can watch them.
Oh, I'm trying. At least that's the goal. I'm trying, because one thing that I've learned, especially as an up and coming creator, it's very difficult while you're on the come up, because you're in a field with a bunch of people who are doing the same thing. And the problem is there's the higher end creators that have the 100,000 subscribers, the 300,000, the 600,000. And 9 times out of 10, those creators actually receive direct info from EA weeks ahead of time.
Yeah.
So they already have their videos prepared. But meanwhile, somebody like me, I have to wait immediately when information drops or soon as leaks drop. So I have to stay on top of it. So I try to follow and stay on top of every account that can possibly leak information and so on and so forth. And the second I get it, I try to jot down, take notes on it, and as soon as I can, record audio, edit it, and put it out there for the masses to consume. But it's consuming, but I will tell you this much. It actually doesn't take too much away from my everyday life, because I work a lot more than I'm home. And luckily for me, I can actually do this research and do a lot of editing while I'm away at work on breaks and so on and so forth. So when I come home, the time that I need to spend with my family, I can spend that time with my family. That's not to say that I don't do any of it at home. I do, because there's the audio I actually have to record at home.
Right.
So that aspect, yes. But other than that, the editing aspect, majority of that is done while I'm on breaks at work.
Nice. So I was going to ask you about at home, because this is something we always kind of ask creators, is like, when you're sitting in front of the college football video game playing, and people are like, hey, we got dishes need doing. I'm working here. Come on.
Yeah.
Trying to earn a living.
Now, see, the funny thing about that is, before I got together with my wife, that's what I did. When I wasn't at work, I was gaming all day, or I was out playing football, basketball with my friends. We might go eat, whatever it may be. But I would game majority of the time. So when I got with my wife, I had to alter that, because, of course, when you get in a relationship, you're going to have to make some kind of sacrifices. And nobody wants to see their significant other just sitting in front of the game all day. So my sacrifice is when she goes to sleep and when the kids are asleep, that's my gaming time at nighttime. So a majority of my gaming time is at nighttime. And the best time would be when I'm getting ready for my night shift, because my job, I fluctuate. I go from day shifts to night shift. But when I'm getting ready for a night shift, I'm forced to have to stay up to about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So when they go to sleep at 9 or 10, well, it's open season. And I get to play. I get that whole window to play as much as I want to.
Just get that whole season in now. That's I'm just going to play straightforward.
When I get a season.
So, man, I just read the question I wanted to ask, and now I kind of forgot about it. So, is there a specific type of content
that was the question
that you enjoy making the most, like head-to-head games, or maybe like breaking news or Road to Glory or anything like that?
I guess the one you could say I enjoy the most is the dynasty and franchise rebuild content. Because that's always something that I saw other creators making videos for years. And it's not like I wanted to mimic what they were doing, but it was like I watched their videos because I was doing this myself every day, but I wasn't documenting it. So I told myself, at some point in time down the line, I'd like to actually document this and post it online and let other people enjoy it, just like I get to watch other people's content and enjoy it. So just the whole journey, because that's what I do with my franchise and my dynasty rebuilds, is I like to take in college a lower rated university as low as possible and see how fast I can build them up, turn them around. And it's the same thing with Madden. I like to pick one of the lower end teams that's at the bottom of the league and try to rebuild them, which the grind is a lot more difficult in college, because you're restricted to what you have on roster and then what you acquire through the year with recruiting, then transfer portal, and it takes time. Whereas Madden, you can make a bunch of transactions immediately. Oh, I'm gonna sign this free agent, I'm gonna trade with these guys, get what I want, and then you can go for there.
Right.
But
if you play like the
I'd say
Browns,
I was good. I had a Cleveland Browns
Me too.
joke just loaded up.
right? If you're trying to
Yes,
rebuild the Browns,
yes.
and when you go to the draft, like you should force yourself to make bad draft picks just to make it realistic.
Oh,
Just pull a name out of
That's
a
a
hat.
good idea. And see how you can recover from that.
Right.
Yeah, I got to make my third round pick drunk.
Yeah.
So,
Good times.
man.
But yeah,
so-
I'd say that's my favorite content right there to make.
Right.
And so, okay, so now for CFB 27 coming out, do you already have like something in the pipe that you're thinking of? What do we have to look forward to from Rio West?
Of course, I will have the Dynasty rebuild content. I'm definitely going to have tutorials because one thing I know about playing this beta, it is completely different. And if you try to pick up this game and play it like you play College Football 26, you are in for a rude awakening because
It's a lot more
I do a lot.
Yep.
I'm a type of user who likes to make all kinds of adjustments, defense and offense, hot routes, pressing DBs, spreading the D-line, everything like that, blitzing these people, all of that. And all of those options are completely different now. The first game I played, I was restricted to literally just calling the plays because I didn't know what was what. I had to wait till that game was over to actually go look at controls and see what was where and how you make these kind of adjustments. So that it's funny. That's the thing that started my channel on YouTube. And that's what's going to be prominent going into College Football 27 because I know people are going to need that.
Yeah,
because not everybody.
I'm one of them. So
Yeah. Right.
so you better.
Not everybody
like,
is going to take the time to go look at the controls. So
Yeah.
some people are going to jump straight into the game, and then when they see it, they're going to be like, "What the hell is this?"
Right.
So I'll have tutorials for that ready.
Do you have a team in mind already? We don't need a spoiler if you want to, keep a surprise. But do you have like a first team in mind?
I have a couple that I'm looking at. There's roughly like 3. I'm still weighing my options because when I pick, I'm not just, and this is gonna sound corny, but I'm not just picking based off of just a random low team. But I gotta have a nice uniform concept because I gotta, the aesthetics have to be pleasing when I'm playing the game. So
Yeah,
it's
we've done whole
coming down. I
episodes
got a
about
couple
that.
teams. I got a couple teams that I'm looking at that I'm interested in possibly rebuilding that have decent uniform concept. And I'm also trying to make sure like color schemes don't match some of the teams that I already used, like Kent State this past year and Florida Atlantic the year before that. So I'm looking at a few. I know when I did the rebuild on the beta, I used Bowling Green.
Okay.
I like them. So
Yeah, dude, and you don't get a lot of like, the orange and brown or whatever their colors are.
Right.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
nice, unique combination.
So
The only issue why I'm not fully sold on them yet is because they don't have a lot of combinations. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I like the color schemes, but you don't really have a lot of combinations you can use. So that's why I'm still not sold on them, and I'm looking at a couple others.
Yeah.
So
Understandable.
matter of fact, I'm not gonna gatekeep. It's Liberty.
there we go.
Kennesaw State.
yeah, we got it out of them.
Ball State.
Okay.
It's a few. It's a few that I'm looking at.
Nice.
Okay, so Rio, we're gonna be wrapping up here pretty soon. We know you got to go to work. We got things to do too. But please tell our audience where to find you, where your preferred places: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you are. Tell them how to find you so that we can blow that thing up and add as many people to your pot as we possibly can.
I definitely appreciate the support. It means a great deal. You can find me on YouTube at Rio West Gaming. Instagram and Facebook is going to be Rio West Gaming as well. TikTok would be Rio West TV.
All right.
Dude, you are an awesome guy, man. Let me tell you, you're fun to have on the show. We are definitely going to have you back as often as you want to come on, man. You got an open invitation to come back onto the show. I watch your channel. I'm subscribed. I even made my 7-year-old subscribe so you could get an extra subscriber.
Wow. That's good because he's got a way bigger fan base than you do.
I'm only like 3 behind. Okay, right. So, but we're gonna get you out of here because we know you got a lot to do, and we're gonna do our closing sponsor. here. So we're going to say thank you again for coming onto the show. And once again, you have an open invitation anytime you want to come back. And we look forward to everything you're doing. We're going to be watching.
I greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate what you guys do, not just for me, but for other people, giving them a voice to come on your platform.
Yeah, I don't know what Matt Brown would do without us. So
trust me, I have every intention on clipping not just this episode of the podcast, but other podcasts, and spreading the word on you guys as much as possible as well, because you guys deserve it.
That's
also
beautiful.
all right, man. Thank you so much, Rio West.
Thank